I'm trying my best. Evening, folks. Evening, how we doing? I'm trying my best. Sorry, I can jump in the gun. Evening, folks, and well, welcome back. Welcome to the channel if you've never been before. My name is RichyVida, and I do lots of videos on bikes. Right, so I'm out again on the GSX-R1000R. I want to go for a nice evening ride tonight, but I'm trying my best on this ride to ride it like a gentleman. And speed limits, well, obviously I'm sticking to the speed limits. I'm just trying my best to ride it like I would the VFR. I know we're talking a completely different bike. This is a Super Sports and mine's a Sports Tourer. Yes, I know, four-wheel jump on it. But I just want to, you know, see if you can ride it just like a normal person would ride, and not like a full-on lunatic. Don't get me wrong, this bike is so nice to ride like said lunatic. I wanted to see if I could ride it like a gentleman. So I mean, there's nothing really I can say bad about this bike. It is different gravy, it really is. It's the most powerful, fastest accelerating GSX-R they've ever built, and I'm telling you, it's dripping in special shit. I am actually heading somewhere because I've got no obviously means of fastening a phone mount to this beautiful machine. I've just got my phone in my pocket with the directions coming in my ears. Speed cameras on here. I tell you, that's one thing you have to be super aware of on this bike, and that is speed limits, because it's so the VFR is so, I'm going to compare everything to the VFR because that's all I'm used to, yeah. It's so easy to not be doing the speed limit, and that's not being dodgy or being an idiot. I mean, just riding it. It's so easy not to be doing the speed limit, so you constantly have to be checking. So do bear that in mind if you're lucky enough to get one. I think the one that I'm on, this GSX-R1000R, is 16,600, I believe, and it's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I was saying the other day to the lads, you know what I'm like with the camera and taking photos of, there must be a million photos of my bike, you know, and it's super, the VFR is super photogenic, it is. And all these bikes I've been having from Suzuki, I've done like photo shoots with all of them. I've took them out and into loads of different locations and done loads of photos. And there's the GSX-S1000, the black one that I had. It's just not photogenic at all. I couldn't take a good photo of it. I kept trying, I took loads of photos, and not one was I happy with. Not one. I'm doing 30, I think it's a 40 now. Just panicking a bit. Yeah, not one good photo. Or not one that I liked anyway. Whereas I took about, I don't know, 15, 20 photos of this, and each one of them looks lovely. It's very, very photogenic. But yeah, this is quite hard to ride. Let me go into top gear and see. I'm finding it a little bit hard on the wrists as well. Oh my god. I've changed some settings on the GoPro. I'm still in the middle of sorting this helmet out, and I know there's something up with the audio. I can't figure out why. The signal's too high, and I can't lower it in the GoPro. If anybody out there knows how to lower the audio signal, external audio signal, on a GoPro Hero 4, which is the one I'm using on my face, please let me know, because I just can't find anywhere to lower the output volume, and because it's a touch too loud, it's clipping and winding me up. But once it's clipped, you see, it's kind of ruined. Well, not ruined, but it's not nice like my normal audio off the drift, because that you can control. It's not so bad when you're in top gear. It's like this, for instance. I'm doing 30, we're in top gear, and it's nice. Doing what, 2,500 revs, and it's nice. Picks up very well. If I was in top gear at this speed on the VFR, it'd be like almost chugging, or it'd be wanting you to change down a couple of cogs. Normally I've been like 4th gear at this speed on mine, and I know obviously we've got a difference of the 800cc and the 1000cc, and the 112 brake horsepower to 200 brake horsepower. 200 brake horsepower on a 1000cc engine on a bike that weighs nothing is so ferocious, honestly. It's monstrous. It's got a really nice like meter across the front on the dash. I'm gonna angle this down so you can see. Really nice. I'm looking forward, don't worry. Really nice meter across the front, look here, that goes up and down, showing you your live miles per gallon. So watch it go right down. See? Then it goes straight back up when you shut off. I like that. In fact, I love this dash, it's beautiful. I've got the traction control set to number 1, which is the least intrusive. I had it set to number 10 yesterday just to see what it was like, and you could barely even rev out in any gear. It's like, you know, constantly holding you back because there's that much power and torque going through that back end. So I've got the traction control on 1. It seems to be hardly doing anything. You know, I guess it'll really look after you if it needs it to, if it really needs to. It's nice to just get out for a nice ride where I've got, again, no agenda, just to get to know this beast a little more. So tonight we are 20 degrees and it's 20 past 7, and that's dropped about 10 degrees to what it's been over the last. It's been sitting at about 25-30 degrees for the last 2 months. Yeah, I want to have a play at night because I want to see how good the lights are, which I'm expecting them to be amazing, and see how nice this dash looks in the black. How are you liking this view, by the way? Because I'm still not convinced with the whole contraption that I have to use to make this work. If it's a nicer view for everybody and people prefer it, I'll stick with it on this helmet. My other helmet's set up for the drift, and I'll constantly be wearing that one as well. But for this particular helmet, I'd keep this GoPro set up if I can get it to behave and work properly. I wonder if the mic that I'm using is a crap mic and that's why it's getting too high of a signal. I don't think there's any way of suppressing it. Just picks up instantaneously. There's no wind up, it just goes. I am such a fan of this bike. I am actually behaving, you know. I've not overtaken one car, abiding by the speed limits, and having an enjoyable ride actually. I wanted to do it like that just to see if it was doable. So my point is, you can ride it like a gent if you so desire. 15,000 on clock, 15,000 RPM. Sounds like it's screaming when you give it 10,000. And I was saying this before as well. It's so effortlessly and instantaneously powerful and fast and quick, up to 10,000, as quick as anything, I'm sure. And then after 10,000, it turns into like the devil, and it goes up a tier. It goes up another tier, and it wants to pull your face off. And I'm not that talented, so I don't go anywhere like that. And I'm very respectful, so I want to look after the machine as well. I would definitely love to go on a proper racetrack with this, or a proper, really smooth, big, wide racetrack. Brunting thought it was ace, but it's not really a racetrack. It's more of a testing ground, isn't it? More of it's a bit of a track, but it's not necessarily smooth. 1, 2, 3. Keep meaning to treat myself to a day at Donington, the Ron Haslam Race School, you know, to learn some riding tips from the professionals. What's wrong with that? Feels cooler than 20 degrees. Probably just because we've been used to 30 for such a long time. Lovely sunset. I might try and get a lovely photo with this beauty. Get out the way, pigeon. I'm telling you folks, this is such a good bike. So good. Give it to me. Wow! This bike is absolutely incredible. Wowzers. Oh, beautiful. Seriously though, you'd have to constantly behave. You would constantly have to be. How the hell did Teapot 1 go around the world on one of these? Oi, Beardy, how did you do that? How on earth Did you go around the world on this? Or one of these? Predecessor, obviously. Respect to you, sir, for that. It's like, you know, going the whole length across America on a VFR is one thing to be very, very proud of. But going around the world on a GSX-R1000, you're bloody mental, mate. Hey, what have I found? I've got my camera now. Oh, this will be a brilliant picture. 18 mile left in tank. Wish me luck, folks. I'm staying in the highest gear possible. Yeah, for cruising you just stay in 5th and 6th. Even look, 28 mile an hour and I'm in 6th and it's still perfectly normal. I've changed all the settings on the GoPro as well, so it'll be interesting to see how it copes. Now the sun's dropping a bit. That sounds so good. Sometimes it doesn't change gear. There's a couple of times that's done that now. I don't know if that's because I'm not pulling it hard enough. Hey! Just a couple of times it's not gone out of second. It's always second as well. It's not gone into third. 15 mile in the tank, but I'm approaching Ripley now, so that's not a problem. That sky is amazing. Look at that sky. Gorgeous sky. So 10 miles left in tank. Prox. Let's see where it's how much we can squeeze in. Hi, number 6 please. 1747. That's the one. Thank you. Oh, look at that. This is a lovely road for this bike. Oh, yes. Just look at that. What a bike. How cool is that with that lights on GSX-R there? Gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful bike. LEDs. Beautiful bike. Beautiful setting. Okay? see the V? Oh man, that is so sexy. Anyway.